whether the introduction of the rule is there, the identity is there, and thereafter the eligibility needs to change. योग्यता न्यूनतम योग्यता है पूर्व में आयोजित मोटर भर्ती परीक्षा 2013 के दौरान राजस्थान लोक सेवा आयोग द्वारा योग्यता संबंधी क्लैरिफिकेशन चाहे जाने पर विभागीय स्तर पर निर्णय उपरांत दिनांक 4/9/2014 मेरा जागृति नेटवर्क है और द्वारा आयोग को विभागीय पत्र के माध्यम से अवगत कराया कि न्यूनतम योग्यता 3 वर्ष डिप्लोमा सेमेस्टर योग्यता अर्थात डिग्री धारकों को पद के पात्र माना जा सकता है.
So this is by the Parivahan Ayukt. So that is what we were saying. Transport Commissioner here, and therefore that equivalent committee is also of the Transport Department. They are all junior to this person. If he has already given a verdict in 21, where was the occasion of their changing it?
People only act.
That is what we are saying. All right. That has come on. Yes. Why should we not? They should not be allowed.
Your option may kindly appreciate. First of all, reference is being made to various communications, maybe a letter from the Transport Commissioner, and clarifying that persons with higher qualification may be considered to be eligible. Now, any administrative communication or even the order, these are all internal communications. Where is the declaration? There is a contemplation in the rule which is declared equivalent by the central government or state government. Now that declaration contemplates not. The notification has to be made, it has to be duly publicized, it has to be in public domain, not an internal communication they write and the Transport Commissioner says, consider them eligible. Who is he to give a direction, asking the section making body to have your terms? Where is that declaration? Not even that Department of Personal letter, which or communication which has been placed on record pursuant to the order passed by the learned single judge, that was at the instance of the government. Mr. Vigyan Shah, double AG, appearing with the state, had sought an opportunity.
One thing which I want to ask you is, with regard to the schedule, please come to that. A diploma in automobile engineering.
Sir, kindly see
that the declaration of equivalence would be of a diploma.
This is what I am submitting. So
that equivalence committee
can be with respect to the qualification prescribed.
Please,
it can't be that higher qualification.
Please understand the query which we want to make. When it will go for equivalence, it will go for equivalent diplomas.
Sir.
Like suppose there is an diploma in automobile engineering,
sir,
by one particular,
sir,
and somewhere else it is diploma in automotive mechanical engineering.
Sir.
The words used are that.
Sir.
Then whether it is equivalent or not to this diploma, that will be examined.
This is
so far as higher qualification is concerned, it is a completely a different thing.
Higher qualification, if the intention was
the
higher qualification
of higher qualified persons in selection,
sir,
is what you are challenging.
Sir, I say that
they are not diploma holders. Admittedly, nobody is a diploma holder. They can't say that it is one diploma is equivalent to a degree.
Sir,
it can never be. A degree is degree and a diploma is a diploma.
And even in the opinion,
because it is completed in 3 years, it is completed in 5 years.
So even in the opinion which has been given in 2015 by the then Transport Commissioner or by the department,
but whether they should not be allowed, they should be eligible or not, that is the question before us.
The question is that persons of possessing diploma as per the rule making authority, that is the qualification is required.
All right.
Now,
if someone has more than that,
sir,
would he or not allowed?
Sir, kindly see page 23. My submission
that is what we want to know.
Page 23 of the judgment, internal page 23 of the judgment. Sir.
Yes.
Instead of referring to the pagination is different in all applications. Internal page 23,
page 23 of the judgment.
Sir, internal page 23 of the judgment.
All right. Yes.
Where the schedule has been quoted, sir.
Yes.
Now kindly see, sir, name of post, source of recruitment with percentage, qualification for direct recruitment, post from which appointment that is not relevant, and minimum experience and qualification required for promotion. Now this minimum word has been used in respect of promotion quota. If this word does not find mention, then the qualifications are given. So it is not the minimum qualification which has been mentioned. If the intention was to include higher qualification, they could have easily used minimum qualification. So the diploma is the only required, only prescribed qualification for eligibility.
So you would, are you saying,
Sir,
that any person who may have done diploma and then he does degree,
then below that
please,
sir,
would he be
I have nothing against him because the learned single judge has given protection. In the operative part of the judgment, my lord, the learned single judge has taken note of that fact. That if you have, because we are talking of the stream, we are talking with the channel, it should be in the same channel. My learned friend Mr. Mathur has also argued that somebody acquires a diploma and then he wants to
what he
improve
has
qualification.
here also.
Now that is not the case of these persons, my lord, before the learned single judge. But in spite of that, the learned single judge, my lord, has given the protection. Kindly see the last paragraph. That's very important, sir. Page 71, sir.
Yeah.
May I read it, sir? It is made clear that candidates participated in the present recruitment process possessing degree in automobile mechanical engineering have already undergone to the diploma course and had acquired qualification of diploma in automobile mechanical engineering as per the prescribed norms of qualification in the advertisement dated shall be considered on merits. So that protection has been given to them. The argument which is made on
these are the persons who have obtained degree. These are the persons who have obtained degree after obtaining diploma.
After obtaining diploma, because that will be in the same channel, same stream. That is what we are talking, sir. So that protection has been given by the learned single judge. Taken a very convenient and pragmatic view of the matters, so that their interest is also safeguarded. Because this followed from the judgments where mention has been made about the channel being in the same channel. Now, the expert committee, which does not have the course of study of diploma and engineering, no academic expert is there in the committee. All officers of the transport department, when it goes to DOP also.
You have not challenged it.
Sir,
you don't.
It has been challenged, sir. It has been challenged. In one of the petitions, it has been challenged. The learned single judge has referred to it, sir. It has been challenged. And that was at the instance of the government that they wanted the matter to be referred to the Department of Personnel. Under Rules 38, it is only the Department of Personnel which has the power to clarify the rules. So Transport Commissioner's 2015 letter which is being referred. Now we were not candidates at that time, we were not eligible. So at some stage, this illegality has been committed that cannot be allowed to be perpetuated, and I am not bound by what the Transport Commissioner has said. Now, kindly see apart from that, any qualification, I am reading to coming to the schedule again, sir, or any qualification in either of the above discipline declared equivalent, the Honorable Court has been observed by the central government or state government. Now, where is that declaration? The declaration cannot be a communication or a letter, DO letter, or a letter written by the department to the selection body. Declaration has to be in public domain, sir, so that everybody knows that this will be treated to be a qualification which is considered as equivalent. And none of the communication uses the word equivalent. They could not have done it. Everywhere in that letter of 30th August 2022 also they have said higher qualification. It is a higher qualification, and therefore in our opinion, abhi baat hamara ye hai कि they should be considered eligible. It's not a question of somebody giving opinion, divorce the rules against the plain and clear language used in the rules. Now Supreme Court has considered cases where on a reading of the overall reading of the rules, it was found that degree holders were considered eligible for the higher post. So therefore they said that they could be included. At the initial stage, they could not be thrown out. It depends on the scheme of the rules. Now, there is no such rule here that for the next higher post of sub-inspector or motor vehicle inspector, degree holders will be eligible or some quota is fixed for them. It's not the situation here. And therefore the government in 2025 has chosen it fit to amend these rules. And for the first time, a higher qualification has been included. Here also it was so simple, they could have said diploma only. I mean, so far as the course subjects are concerned, mechanical engineering, or it had only to say diploma stroke degree. In spite of the fact the amendments were made subsequent to the advertisement, this was not done, sir. The quota was changed, amendment was made. It was not done so far as this part is concerned. So they wanted at the initial stage only diploma holder to be eligible. However, this has been considered, the judgment of Puneet Sharma has been considered by a division bench of Patna High Court, sir. And I am told, I think that copy is also there, SSB was filed and was dismissed.
Where is that?
The Service Selection Board has issued their subsequent order. So there's all these judgments of the Honorable Supreme Court, including Puneet Sharma, were considered, sir.
This judgment has been upheld?
This was also a case of selection for...
This has been upheld by Supreme Court?
Sir. I have a copy of that also. And this is not exactly the same case of motor vehicle inspection.
Yes, that's why we are asking you whether it has been upheld by Supreme Court.
But this view was taken in other cases also. So in one of the matters which traveled to Supreme Court, the assembly was just -%. And kindly see the discussion which has been made. Case para 5.
That's what we asked him, that there is a distinction.
We have looked at Puneet Sharma, which has considered
para 10, it has distinguished Puneet and Jyoti K case.
Then para 8 has been referred, sir. Para 39 has been quoted from Puneet Sharma. And para 10, sir, we cannot but notice that there is no such distinguishing factors as available in Puneet Sharma and Jyoti K in the present case. The right principle is laid down in PM Lada. These are all Supreme Court judgments, sir. And it is on peculiar factual circumstances. And the ruled position in Jyoti KK and Puneet Sharma Board Supra held otherwise. In the present case, neither is there a statutory rule nor is there a promotional post which is entitled to graduate engineers as demonstrated by the appellant. It is also to be noticed that the acquisition of a diploma is not a necessity for obtaining a degree, graduate degree, and even a person passing the secondary school can get admission directly to the graduation scheme of admission. So the distinguishing features which were noted by the Honorable Supreme Court itself, they have been quoted in the earlier para, sir. Para 39 of Puneet Sharma has been quoted in para 8, sir. There is a judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court rendered on 16 January 2026. Roshi may kindly have a look at this. This is Mohammad Firoz Mansoori and others versus Soto Bihar. Prescription of diploma in pharmacy as essential qualification for the post of pharmacy in the state service cadre upheld. Higher qualifications like bachelor, master in pharmacy do not presuppose acquisition of diploma qualification and cannot substitute the essential qualification. Our case was only this, that is the only qualification prescribed. By way of so-called interpretation or in order to induct persons possessing higher qualification and making them eligible by an administrative fiat, my lord, that is not permissible, that will be violating the rules. No administrative direction or order can be issued which is divorce the rules. And that department commissioner, transport commissioner had no authority even in 2015 because for interpretation and problems, difficulties, it is under Rule 38, it is only the Department of Personnel. Now, Department of Personnel has come on 30th August 2022.
It's a 10 plus 2. It's a 10 plus 2. 8 days. Minimum shall be diploma minimum difference 3 years should be.
So, will that the view taken by the legislators?
Minimum exclusion clause. If I can ascertain maybe a reason provided the pedestrian with the in dictated the those being events that's AMI luggage of the program. They possess the degree.
Para 58, they have considered Puneet Sharma. Roshi may kindly have a look at para 58 in this judgment.
Which
Supreme Court judgment. Yes, Mohammad Firoz Mansoori case.
yes,
Para 50. In Puneet Sharma and others versus Himachal Pradesh sentence, the issue was whether a degree in electrical engineering, electrical and electronics engineering is technically higher qualification than a diploma in the discipline, and whether degree holders would be eligible for appointment on the post of junior engineers electrical under the relevant recruitment rules. The Supreme Court took into consideration the decisions in Jyoti KK, Anita, Jahur Ahmed, and observed that these were quite different from the facts of this case and permitted degree holders to apply only because the recruitment rules themselves contemplated such inclusion through express sub-quotas. The court also relied on a subsequent amendment to the rules declaring that those with higher qualification are also entitled to apply or be considered. So this subsequent, my lord, amendment in the rules of prescription that was preceded by this, my lord, that there was a sub-quota fixed for the persons holding degree. In our case, there is no such quota, sir.
yes, that we have seen the police.
And kindly see the last para, sir. Para 64 of this judgment, sir. Additionally, there is no absolute exclusion of this graduate or postgraduate degree holders. They remain eligible provided they possess the essential qualification of diploma in pharmacy. Para 64 makes it clear, sir.
Distinguished
64 of this judgment, sir.
all right.
Sir.
Order.
One submission I would like to make. The staff selection board office order dated 15 December 2021 has been issued by the staff selection board itself. There is no communication from the state government. So it was our argument from the learned signature was that being a nodal agency to conduct the examination, the staff selection board is not empowered to prescribe any qualifications to alter the qualification which has been two questions have been framed and that argument has been upheld. There was no material placed before the learned signature that there was any communication from the state government to the staff selection board. They are referring to the letter of 2015 which was issued to the RSSB. Now, recruiting agencies have changed in the meantime. Now, staff selection board is conducting the examination. So, we argue that the staff selection board on its own would not have prescribed a qualification or tinkered with the qualification by issuing the office order dated 15 December 2021, which amounts to directly amendment in the statutory qualification. There was no material placed before the learned single judge, and the learned single judge in para 11 posed 2 questions, and by deciding the question number 1, specifically had in para 33 that there is absolutely no material that the state government prior to this, in this report is wrong.
15 December 21.
21. It was the order issued before the Honorable Single Judge on the premise that the staff selection board, being a nodal agency, on its own would not have issued this order altering the qualifications altogether and enlarging the scope of the recruitment process.
No, but that letter sent by the Transport Commissioner.
Transport Commissioner.
That was 2015, sir.
Yes, that is earlier.
That is also not referred, sir.
No.
Even in their record, your lordship not find.
That is updated. That is
23rd December 21, the office order for the so not it was
23rd December 20.
December. So it was our argument for the learned single judge was in absence of any material and taking below the arguments for concluding judgment was delivered specific finding has been recorded in para 33. There is no material.
Why the matter came from Supreme Court?
Sir,
Because
the appointments were withheld because of the interim order. It was a total stay on appointments being made, my lord, subsequent to the passing of the learned single judge. For all practical purposes, my lord, there was a stay of operation of the order was stayed, in spite of the fact that personal select list etc. had been prepared. Therefore, the Honorable Supreme Court said that the matter should be heard. Speak forward.
Lordship, one more submission.
All these clarifications for the 2024-11, 15-12, they all have been issued subsequent to the issuance of It's a central proposition of law and Potter's case also. The rules of the game cannot be allowed to change after of the Percy contrary to the rules. So by way of use of these clarifications or including the clarifications,
You say that the rules of the game were sought to be changed.
Yes.
and then has been brought in the year 2025. A conscious amendment has been brought by the January 2025. If there was an implied inclusion of the higher qualification under the old rules, there was no necessity for the government to have come out with a specific amendment in the year 2025. And government has chosen to bring the amendment that was not expressly included under the old rules.
Lordship. Lordship, there is a specific circular of the DOP that any amendment which is made, Lordship, it should be prospective, Lordship. It is on 18th October 2021, which is part of the pleadings of the writ petition of the Manish Aloria. Specific 2.5 is there, Lordship. किसी भी भर्ती प्रक्रिया में भर्ती प्रक्रिया आरंभ होने के पश्चात सेवा नियमों में होने वाले संशोधनों को उस भर्ती में प्रभाव नहीं दिया जाएगा, अर्थात प्रत्येक भर्ती में विज्ञापन जारी होने की तिथि के नियमों को विज्ञापन में भर्ती के शर्तों के रूप में सम्मिलित करते हुए विज्ञापन के अनुसार ही भर्ती पूर्ण की जाएगी. तो इट इज 18th October 2021, Lordship, which is annexure AAA/1 in the Manish Kumar Aloria writ petition. And one more circular of the same date is there, Lordship, that equivalence committee would be constituted, Lordship, headed by the head of the department along with the subject specialist, Lordship, and which will they will examine the syllabus and the courses of different streams.
There was no subject expert.
Yes. And kindly peruse 18th, Lordship. I am having compilation. Manoj, read it, sir.
Whether state has also filed appeal? State has filed
Read it,
appeal.
sir.
Lordship,
No.
all this are private parties.
नहीं ये तो compilation है.
And my next
Private.
Somebody states that there was the necessity of amendment. The judgment of the learned single bench held compelled to make an amendment.
Yes.
Otherwise, consistent practice was
All right. Lordship. One more submission, my add, Lordship. On the same date, a circular was also order DOP order was also issued, Lordship. Kindly peruse page number 10 of my compilation, which I read previously on my page number 5 of my compilation. Kindly. Page number 5. I read it from page number 6. Page number 5, 18th October 2021. I read on page number 6, 2.5. किसी भर्ती प्रक्रिया में प्रक्रिया आरंभ होने के पश्चात सेवा नियमों में होने वाले संशोधनों को yes. Next is on page number 10. Next circular on same date on 18th October 2021. Page number 10. राज्य के अधीनस्थ सेवा नियमों में पदोन्नति संबंधी हेतु की जाती है समकक्षता अंकित किया गया, जिसके अंदर समकक्षता योग्यता का निर्धारण प्रशासनिक विभाग द्वारा भर्ती संस्थानों द्वारा किया जाता है। इसके अंदर फर्स्ट पैरा है कि
This is with regard to that expert committee.
Yes, Lordship. Subject is
already said.
Lordship.
Anything else?
Lordship.
नहीं, हम पूरा पढ़ेंगे.
Lordship, the similar controversy in the matter of Chandra Prakash Meena Lordship versus State, Honorable Apex Court observed that any superior and higher qualification can be decided prior to the issuance of the advertisement, not after the subsequent to the advertisement. In my compilation, page number 15, Prakash Chandra Meena versus State.
Sir, corrigendum is part of the advertisement.
Lordship, it is a very cutoff date was initiation
was subsequent.
It is Chandra Prakash judgments, Chandra Prakash Meena judgment, Lordship Prakash Chandra Meena. Sorry, Chandra Prakash Chandra Meena.
Facts corrigendum was issued.
Please allow me to read. Para number 10. Page number 21. The candidates who were aware of the advertisement and did not have the qualification of CPA also have two options: either to apply only to the PTI if they had two necessary qualifications for the post of, or challenge the advertisement that is omitted to mention equivalence or higher qualification along with the qualification CPA for the PTI. Having not challenged the advertisement and having applied to the other post, they could have to be subsequent claim or be granted eligibility on the basis of the Lordship. So that Lordship, superior or higher qualification is to be determined prior to the issuance of the advertisement. Not
find out whether that Patna High Court judgment was taken in SLP or not.
It has not been filed prior to this.
It has not been filed because it's a 24 judgment.
इसको follow करते हैं next event का order है उसमें SLP में.
Allahabad High Court has allowed the petition in the this motor vehicle inspector selection process. That SLP has been dismissed.
Where is that?
Well, I'll just
the degree holders were excluded.
Qualification because they are the full bench of the Allahabad High Court which undertaken is taken note of. The difference case had that the diploma and degree are two different distinct qualifications, and degree cannot be claimed as a superior qualification. Appeal SLP against their events has been different. Relying upon that proportion, the Allahabad High Court in motor vehicle inspector examination has read that diploma is different qualification, and therefore degree holders are ousted from consideration.
Where is that judgment? Allahabad and the SLP?
But I just because it was referred to the London single judge, I have not.
And you have put the SLP judgment also?
Yes, SLP.
ये है दीपक कुमार की बात कर रहे हैं. Lordship, in my compilation on page number 140.
Deepak Singh versus State of UP.
Yes, Lordship.
121.
121. Yes, 121, Lordship. Deepak Singh. And that was this. I shall.
Yes, yes, yes.
180.
SL.
Yes.
Where is the original judgment of Allahabad High Court?
Adopted.
I'm sorry, sir, I confused that Patna High Court with Allahabad High Court. Allahabad High Court had taken a view, SLP was dismissed.
Next.
WFP 169 at 9 a.m.
Your Lordship's permission.
Yes.
Lordships, before I just begin on the merits again, I just want to point out one particular judgment. Lordships, and it is 2003-9 SCC 606, Your Lordship. If I may just point that out, I've already given the citation. 2003-9 SCC 606, just on one point, which I just want to point out, Your Lordships. If I may just be from the judgment.
For what purpose?
So I apologize. I would have made a compilation, but because I've been engaged last week.
What do you have to say?
Sir, if I may just point out from that.